That. But with me now in the studio is Afzal Pervez, a Commonwealth youth leader, to talk about the Commonwealth and what indeed it meant to the Queen. Afzal, thank you so much for taking the time to join us here in the studio at GBNews. We've been focusing a lot on Scotland and the UK here, but I want to focus more on the bigger picture. I want to start by saying what the Commonwealth maybe means to you.
I think for me, the Commonwealth is what it says on the packet. It's the Commonwealth that we share with 52 other nations across the world. When I travel to different countries who are part of the Commonwealth, I can relate to them on so many levels, and it makes me kind of feel at home. And kind of sharing that united head that we have now, King Charles III, we can relate more so than many other organisations out there, like, for example, the United Nations, like the European Union. The Commonwealth has this common value.
Indeed, and it's that unifying link, isn't it? And can I ask people around the Commonwealth, how do they view the Queen and the royal family, do you think?
I think a lot of people had a personal kind of that connection to Her Majesty the Queen. And admittedly now, with Her Majesty's passing, there is questions that have risen about will the Commonwealth remain as it is? Will all the Commonwealth nations take on King Charles? I mean, we have to, realise they all voted for King Charles III. But is this now the stepping stone towards the divide within the Commonwealth now? But I still think people have that tie to the Commonwealth, and it wasn't too long ago that the Commonwealth was actually created. It
was, yeah, exactly. And part of me can't help but wonder whether or not certain recent allegations in a certain interview that we don't need to talk about, but also the confusion maybe between Empire and the Commonwealth, whether or not that's having an impact abroad in the way that people view Britain in this country. We've seen some rather distasteful tweets referencing things like colonialism, etc. What's your view on that? Because that's an important distinction that needs to be made, isn't it?
It's a very important distinction. I've been having debates on Twitter for the past few days. I want to take time to reflect on the passing of the Queen, but I've had to also almost defend the Queen on Twitter, which has become a cesspit now for people, accusing the Commonwealth of being this the Empire still in existence. I mean, it was the Queen who saw the creation of the Commonwealth and took us away from the Empire. And I think it's completely unfair to say that the Queen has anything to do with, this colonisation or slavery or anything that were the negatives of the Empire. I mean, there were many positives, but there also are some negatives. But the Commonwealth is we have to understand it's a free amalgamation of 52 countries, and at any point those countries can leave as well. And the fact that all these countries unanimously agreed for King Charles III to be their head of the Commonwealth, they could have agreed not to do that.
They could have done. Thank you very, very much for taking the time to come into the studio with us and to discuss this. I think it's a really important topic. That's Afzal Pervez, our Commonwealth youth leader, discussing about the Commonwealth and what it really meant to the Queen.